And in this section, Frank talks about some of his earliest television work.
Because there was only the BBC in those days. I mean, there were no rivals, just the one channel. And they always wrote back and say, we do have an auditioning process here at the BBC. So I dutifully went and did the audition. Not that I thought it would ever do me any good, because I don't think it ever did. But at least then I could write and say when I wrote, I have already done the auditioning thing, so they couldn't palm me off with that. Eventually my letters paid off, and I did, my very first one was a drama documentary about young people going through their first 6 weeks of national service. And I played the sort of country bumpkin who got absolutely everything wrong. And I was the total despair of the drill sergeant from Aldershot, who was brought down to drill us. He kept saying, you're a horrible little man, Williams. And I kept saying, I meant to get it wrong, I meant to get it wrong. So that was my defence. I suppose then I played a succession of things. I was in, I can't quite remember how the order of this happened, but I know over my career I was in Z-Cars, No Hiding Place, Emergency Ward 10. Emergency Ward 10 was interesting. I hovered between life and death in Emergency Ward 10 for 6 weeks. Very different from the from Holby City and Casualty, where they show you every close-up of a wound and an operation. I sat at home, although it was live television, going out live, I sat at home and watched my own operation. Because in those days, you didn't see the patient being operated on, just saw the doctors looking down saying, oh yes, I think he'll pull through, and all that sort of thing. So I sat at home and watched my own operation. Immediately after the Army game, I did a play for one of the great television directors for whom I'd worked quite a lot before the Army game, Rudolph Cartier, and I did Anna Karenina with very starry cast, actually. The young Sean Connery before he became 007, and Claire Bloom. So that was great. And I do, one of the things I remember, this is how primitive television was in those days. I had to dance with Claire Bloom. It was a ballroom scene, and I had a line to her, like a dream you float, dear lady. I had to say, and I remember Rudolph Cartier saying, now Frank, you must get under the chandelier when you say that line, because that's where the microphone is hidden. So that's how primitive it was.